Hey there everyone, it's Anthony back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi, hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Hi. Yeah, that lady was very frantically walking her dog and almost slipped and fell trying to scamper into the alley. I'm like, what's going on? What are you doing? But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. We're just gonna do a little neighborhood walk and chat. Apollo, you know the drill. Sit. Thank you. Good boy. Okay. That was a good one. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. Today is Tuesday at the time of filming this, so it hasn't quite been a week since our last filming. I think we did that one on Thursday of last week. And I actually, this will have to be a test video, I think, because I filmed a vlog on Sunday. Come on, was that Sunday? Or yesterday? No, it must have been Sunday. I filmed a vlog. Was it? Geez, now I don't know. It was either yesterday or Sunday. I filmed a vlog over the past couple of days. We went up to the Flatirons Vista open space near Boulder, and it was crazy, crazy windy, like really, really gusty. And I was like, okay, well, I hope the microphone, this fancy microphone that I have, does its job and blocks most of the wind. And it was, for like a good while there, like it was, you could still hear the wind, but you could hear me clearly still. So I was like, okay, this is going fine. What in God's name? This neighborhood is wacky. I don't know if he works at the apartment complex right here or if it's just a guy in a golf cart. I couldn't tell you. Hey, anyway, so you could still hear me totally fine. I was listening to it to do the editing, and I'd say probably about a third of the way through, halfway through, the sound, the noise reduction, this camera is supposed to have a built-in default noise reduction feature that I have set. Well, it kept cutting in and out. So when it would stop doing the noise reduction, the wind would be crazy loud and you couldn't hear me. And that would be for like 10 seconds and then it'd go back to a clearer voice and then 10 seconds of craziness. And I was like, okay, I might be able to clean this up or people will just be okay with it. It's not the end of the world. And then I'd say towards the last 20 minutes of the vlog, it started doing this really loud screeching sound. Like it was just this really loud, like screechy tone, beep tone. And I could, the audio was completely gone. So I'm hoping that this microphone setup or camera is not malfunctioning already. It's been about 10 months that I've had this. And I'm like, please don't tell me that this thing only had 10 months of life, because it was a very expensive setup. So fingers crossed that it's not broken and that you're hearing me okay. I hope. I'm thinking maybe it could have been a battery issue because the batteries seemed charged, but then when I plugged them in this morning, I was like, I'm gonna fully charge everything while I'm working. I'm gonna clear the storage and just hopefully it works. So everything's charged, everything is fresh and ready to go. So fingers crossed you can hear me clearly. It comes with 2 microphones as well. So I use the other microphone because I'm like, maybe one of them's malfunctioning. So I left the one that I used yesterday or the day before, I left that at home. I'm using the other one. So fingers crossed that this is gonna work because I really don't want to have to invest in all new mics and stuff. That would just be not fun. So Anyway, we're out here, just gonna put a couple miles in, get the boy a good walk. It is getting cold. It's cold, overcast. I'm sure you can see. No sun. I just finished work. Like, I'm not kidding. The minute hand turned to 4, I was like clipping Apollo up, like, let's go. So we should ideally have a little bit more light during this walk. It might start to get dark just because of the overcast, but we'll see. Come on, let's go. Good boy. He's been such a good boy today. Very, very chill, very just relaxed, and he wasn't pressuring me for a walk this afternoon. So he's just had a good day. We both had a good day. Work was a little, not crazy, but I had, oh, okay, yeah, put your blinker on at the last second. I'm trying not to be such a Scrooge, but I am such a Scrooge. I'm like, I turned to look at you to see if you were churning. You didn't put your turn signal on until the very last second. It's like, my dog. So yeah, I had Friday off, which is my normal, what we call a flex day. So I have every other Friday off, and I work 9-hour shifts to make up the difference. And then the Fridays I do work, I work an 8-hour day because that's like the odd 9th day where I don't need to work an extra hour. So I had that. And then I had on Monday, yesterday, I had 7 hours of personal leave time to use. And so I worked 2 hours in the morning, and then I had the rest of the day off, which was nice. But catching up after all that was not nice. I had more emails than I normally do when I take like a week off. Just over the course of Friday and Monday, I had like over 100 emails. Luckily, most of them were just like, sorry, went down the wrong pipe. You ready? Most of them were just like status update emails from our automated systems, so those just get filed away. I'd say 60% of them were just automated emails, so it wasn't too bad, but just having to like sort through all that. And then there was a few tasks that I needed to jump on. And of course, our hiring managers, some of them can be a little demanding. So even though I had my out of office set up saying that I'll be out of office returning on Tuesday, I still had emails on Monday like, hey, can I get an update on this? And they receive an automatic reply saying I'm out of office. And then at the end of the day, I got another one. Hey, just checking in on this. And it's like, I very clearly am not in office. Like, but it's okay. I think people are just scrambling to try to get stuff done before they leave on vacation. Most people start vacation either this week or next week. So I think people are just anxious to get stuff buttoned up, which means I have to be on top of it, which is okay. But work's going well, keeping busy, which is good. And other than that, I'm trying to think of like what I talked about the other day that I need to rehash. So, kind of talking about all last week, since we haven't had an update and, since over the weekend and stuff, I didn't have anything going on Friday. My roommate, Jeff, and a bunch of our buddies, they went up to Winter Park because it was like the first big ski day with a ton of snow. So they all went up Friday and didn't come back until today. They all went up skiing, so I've had the apartment to myself all weekend and yesterday, which was nice. Got some cleaning done, got some organizing done. I started organizing and purging some diamond painting stuff, or just the craft room in general. I just pulled everything out and started organizing it. And I grabbed a trash bag and I was like, all right, we're gonna get rid of anything that you don't use or you don't foresee using or giving away. anything that's just sitting that you haven't touched, it's gotta go. Like, there's no sense in moving it to yet another place. So I started with my diamond painting storage drawers, of which I have six, two sets, 3-drawer, storage container thingies. And so I first started with my AB drills in square because I was gonna just throw them all away and the containers. But then I went on Amazon, I was like, how much did I spend on these containers? Because I have one for every DMC color for my square ABs. And there's probably only like 8 or 10 slots filled because I guess I don't work on square, like I don't use square ABs that often, or at least I don't save them. So I was like, well, these can all go. And then I looked up how much I spent on them and I was like, let's see what else can we do with this? Like, what can we repurpose these for? And so I decided to hang on to them so I can start storing leftover drills from the new Diamond Art Club color codes. There's 6,000 series of colors, which is not in DMC. They're just creating them themselves. So I was like, well, I'll probably need these once I start using more of those. So I'm gonna hang on to them. And then there was some glow drills and some metallics and stuff that I think I already kitted them up into Astronomer, so I'll use them for that. So yeah, I'm gonna use up what I have, maybe throw away the AB drills themselves, but save the storage containers for future colors that I might need. So I'm gonna do that. And then I threw out a giant bag of pink wax that I bought from Amazon when I first started diamond painting, like big sheets of pink wax. Got rid of all those. Went through my stickers because I was saving all of my stickers that I'd get from small shops, and like any sticker that I receive from anything went in a bag. And I was like, I don't need some of these. Some of these aren't even my style, like, bless this mess, or like, I'm crazy without my wine. Just, they're cute stickers, but nothing that I'd use in my logbook, so I got rid of all that. Went through some old notebooks and just got rid of notebooks that were filled, but I didn't need anything out of them. Just general tidying up. So I ended up condensing 6 drawers of stuff down to 5. So now I have an empty drawer where I can load up my trays, all my resin goodies that are on my desk, so when I move I can just pop them in there and take the whole thing. So got that. There was just some like odds and ends, just random papers, old used release papers that were all folded and crinkly that could go. Just stuff like that. So I ended up getting rid of an entire garbage bag worth of stuff out of the craft room, which was nice. And now that because everything was just so scattered, I haven't really been organizing as I work on kits. Everything was kind of a tornado. So now it's all condensed down and cleaned up, so it seems a lot more manageable. I'll be able to move that pretty easily, which is good. So the other thing I was thinking I might do is roll up my whips that I probably won't work on until February and just get those ready to move. But they're all on hangers now, so I think I can just take them like that. We'll see. They're just cumbersome, they're big projects. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to fit it's gonna take a whole trip just to get these and my drills and stuff over. But anyway, we'll cross that bridge later on in the month or next month. Okay, no cars. Good boy, good boy. Let's go down this way and kind of go in the reverse of where we normally go, just to mix it up a little teeny bit. So yeah, I got all that done. And then on Saturday, I was working on a project with organizing, and then Spencer, my roommate / landlord, he reached out to me. He's like, hey, do you want to go get brunch? And I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, I don't have anything else going on. I'm kind of knee deep in organizing, but that's okay. And so he was like, let's go to Denver Biscuit Company. And If you remember, that's the restaurant. Oh, that scared me. Somebody's using the intercom at Lowe's. I was like, what is that? If you remember, that's the restaurant that I do not care for that just opened in Golden. They also are Atomic Pizza, Fat Sully's Atomic Pizza, and I do not like it, but their breakfast stuff was much better. And so we went and hung out there, and it was nice. I was expecting him to want to send a group text and get like a whole crew together. That's usually how some of my friends operate, is like, how many people can we get to go? But he just wanted to go just us, which was nice. I like doing one-on-one socialization. I feel like it's more meaningful to me, and we can just like talk, and I don't know. I prefer, if I had to pick, I like just doing one-on-one hangouts with friends. I don't mind group settings, I don't mind parties, but one-on-one is like my favorite. So we got to hang out, and I don't know, Golden is really getting into the Christmas spirit. Last time we went there, they had something going on, and then this past Saturday, they had their Christmas parade. And so, once again, they had all of downtown shut down. Parking was a nightmare. We had to walk super far to get to the restaurant, and both he and I are just like grumbling and being total Grinches about it. There's kids everywhere, everyone's in their costumes. And it was totally one of those, like, you know, Golden is still very much small town vibes. So it's like a parade down Main Street, and they have the guy on the speaker that's in all the speakers set up. So he's like, oh, looks like the elementary school kids are coming around the corner in their best elf costumes, like very Hallmark holiday parade. And so we went to go get a table. They're like, it's going to be about a 5-minute wait. And so we were like, okay, so we just went back out onto the sidewalk because the restaurant faces Main Street, and just watched the parade for a little bit. And it warmed my cold heart. It was nice. It was very quaint and cozy watching the Christmas parade for a little bit. And then we ate and came home, and I was working on a project. I had a little container with all of my metal multi-placers in it that I've pretty much ever purchased. And so none of them had been cleaned out. Like, they all still had the putty or the wax in them. They still had washi tape around the end of them so it'll fit in the pen. Like, I just would rip them out and throw them aside. So I went through with my tweezers and cleaned out all the putty and all the wax and just tidied them up, took all the washi tape off. And as I was doing that, I was like, you know, now that I found these new Diamond Art Club multi-placers, or I'm using the new Diamond Art Club multi-placers, I don't know if I'll ever come back to these. Should I just throw them away? And I was like, well, this was a lot of money, you know, especially some of those from like small shops like Everlasting Tips. You know, you're talking 20, 25 bucks a placer, and I've got, you know, more than a handful. So I was like, what can I do with these? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a comparison video of 4 different single placers and multi placers. So I have the plastic ones you get from Diamond Art Club free in your kit. I'm going to compare those against the new Diamond Art Club, the metal multi placers. And then I have my thin metal multi placers from Amazon that were recommended to me from Katie, and I think she was using those for a long time, and now I think she's on the Diamond Art Club ones. And then I have my Everlasting Tips. So 4 different styles of single placer and multi-placer. I'm gonna prep 4 different pens, try to find similar sizes. I'm thinking a 4 or 5 or 6 placer for each one. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Come on. What is it? It's probably a bunny. And then I'm going to do small sections on a round drill canvas and a square drill canvas, and just work them up with the different placers and see what the gapping or spacing looks like, how comfortable it is to diamond paint, how many they pick up, any little nuances between the 4 different styles, just to see which one comes out on top. Because I feel like every time I discover a new pen tip and I like it, I'm like, okay, this one's the best. Okay, this one's the best. Okay, this one's the best. And it's like, well, is that you just getting excited over something new and shiny? Is there really a difference? Is it really worth spending the extra money? Or does it all look the same at the end of the day? I have a feeling it's going to look pretty similar, but I want to see for myself. And maybe one of those ones that I've given up is better than the new Diamond Art Club ones. We'll see. So I'm going to do that. I'd like to film that this week. If not, I'll wait until I have days off during Christmas break in a couple weeks. Or I guess next week. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how that all pans out. But I thought it'd be an interesting comparison. Maybe the plastic ones from Diamond Art Club are totally fine. There's no need to upgrade. We'll see. Did you see that bunny? He's under the bush over there. You smell him? You definitely smell him, huh? What is that? That's not to eat. That's not to eat. You don't need to eat that. What? Come on, let's go. So yeah, that I was cleaning those and I was like, well, might as well put these to good use since I own them all. And then after I do the comparison, who knows what I'll do with them. I'll probably hold on to them. And if I have friends or something that want to try diamond painting, I'll be like, here's a Enabler's Outpost pen and some Everlasting tips. You're already well upgraded with just this stuff and some Merry Mud. Be like, you're doing good with that. So anyway, got all that organized. I'm going to start working on my bedroom, which really I just need to go through my skincare stash is another thing that I'm dreading moving because I have a lot. And I guess talking about that, I was doing reviews and getting really into it for a while and watching a lot of skincare content, and then started diving back into diamond painting. So now it's swaying more to the diamond painting stuff. But I've just found myself like wanting to take care of my skin, but not necessarily wanting to write reviews about everything right now. So I'm still using all the stuff, still being very active with consuming the content, but I just haven't felt that, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. I haven't been that interested in like putting together reviews over the past couple months. I'll probably still continue filming and writing like blog reviews and stuff, but just not as, I just haven't been interested in doing it as frequently, like every product write a review. Come on. But I still like using it. I still like using all my stuff. The one thing that I have learned, I used to be very much not against, but not interested in like the pharmacy brand stuff because it all just seemed so clinical and kind of boring. Like I liked the fancy packaging. I still do, but fancy packaging and different new ingredients and extracts and all the latest, greatest stuff. And new brands, like what's new and what's hot. And even though I have a lot of that pharmacy stuff, it always was at the last of my list to try or not on my radar to try, because it was like, oh, I'd rather try this new exciting cleanser or this new toner from this brand I like. Well, I started incorporating some more of my pharmaceutical stuff after seeing the dermatologist, and they gave me a bunch of samples. So I switched to a CeraVe cleanser, which is like really basic, just a lot of basic stuff, and I'm loving like all of it. And so I'm like, no, I still have like 60 cleansers to get through, but the one that I'm really liking is this giant value-sized bottle of CeraVe foaming cleanser that would last me at least a year. But I try to rotate every month. So I'm like, what do I do? Do I just give away my other stuff or donate it or set the CeraVe aside and use some other stuff for a while? But my skin's doing so well that I'm like, not wanting to switch. So I'm just in this conundrum. So I'm gonna keep rotating my skincare and trying new stuff, but I think I'm learning that some of the stuff that my skin really likes is just the inexpensive stuff I can snag at the pharmacy or Walmart, which is kind of a rude awakening thinking about how much I've spent on like luxury brands. Like that giant bottle of CeraVe that'll last me a year is probably like $16, $15 or $16. I have some cleansers that were like $60. And so I'm just like, oh, I hope those do really well, because now I'm in this mindset of like, it doesn't have to break the bank to be fun or good. It might be a little bit boring to use that CeraVe cleanser every day, but it's working. So I'm trying to get, like, I'm starting to get over the, like, ooh, it's got plum extract and it smells like this, or, you know, feels like that. It's like, if it's getting the job done and my skin's doing good, then I guess that's what I need. So it'll help me in the long run with spending money, that's for sure. And then I started using a new moisturizer from this brand Holly Frog, and it's called their Grand Amino Moisturizer, and it's like a $70 moisturizer, and it immediately started to break me out and make me feel really greasy. And then I went back to, what was I using? Oh, just this K-Beauty, pretty inexpensive Korean moisturizer, and it had been doing me so well. And I'm like, this thing was like $7, like a tenth of the price, and it's working out so much better. So I'm just kind of like reassessing skincare expenses. And so I'm going to go through my stash and just identify some stuff that I purchased a long time ago. Like some of that stuff I purchased in 2021 hasn't expired, but like I haven't gotten to it now, and I'm using stuff that I bought since then. So clearly I'm hesitant or not that interested. Like just with diamond painting, there was a while there where anything that was hot and new, I was just buying it. Any new releases from brands I like, just get it. And now I'm like, a lot of this stuff, some of my friends or someone at a like women's shelter or somebody could be using this today, you know, rather than me sitting on it for 2.5 years, you know, or 2 years. So I'm gonna try to condense that down. It's very bittersweet because all I think in my head is how much money I spent on each of those things, but I'm not using them. And I'm finding that just getting this stuff from CVS or Walgreens on sale, or some of the stuff I can get with my HSA health savings account from insurance, works just fine, if not better. So I'm like, why was I spending literally thousands of dollars on this stuff that my skin doesn't really seem to tell too much of a difference? And that's not always the case. Some stuff that's pricier really does impress me, but I'm finding that some of the quote unquote more affordable options are doing well too. So anyway, so my goal is to reduce my skincare stash by a significant amount, so that way I'm not moving with a ton of that. So we'll see. This way. Be careful. Be careful, little boy. So yeah, I've got that. And then just clothes. You know, I was going through just kind of flipping through my closet while I was always putting laundry away. I was like, I haven't worn that since I moved in here. It's like, this probably could go. So just trying to condense. And then I have a section of the garage that that of course I have a bunch of stuff in that I haven't touched since I moved in. And I'm like, if I packed it and moved it and then never opened it in the past 2 years, then why do I need it? Like, I don't need this. So just stuff like that, just trying to condense. So that's what's going on with that. Trying to think if there was any other skincare stuff that I wanted to mention. I don't think so. Yeah, so I'm gonna come up here. We crossed the street over here one time. I don't think we went that far into it down the street. So I'm in the mood to explore a little bit. We'll see. How much have we done? We've done 1.66 miles. Come on. Come on. What? Why? Maybe I should just stop and let him sniff for a little bit, because he's into the sniffs today, apparently. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's poop. You don't need that. You don't need that. So yeah, that's what's going on with my face and my hair. But my hair's getting really long. It's the longest it's been in quite some time. I've gotten 2 haircuts since I decided to start letting it grow out. And so, hey, come on. So I just asked them to shave the sides and keep the hair on top the same length, and that has been good. I'll have to cut that out. Some inappropriate language. Let's see, I think this is just a cul-de-sac. Let's see. Let's go this way. I've never been this way. So yeah, I've been just trying to take care of my hair a little bit more, because usually I just would buzz it or get a really close cut. I think you've seen it before where I would shave it completely. So I've never been that interested in like taking care of my hair, but now that it's getting longer, I'm like, I like it when it's soft and not a big poof ball, and I can control it a little bit. So I've just been playing with some different stuff. This way. So yeah, that's what's kind of going on with life. As far as diamond painting goes, I have my whips that have not had drills put on them yet. Sunset Crossing by Craftably. And then I have Astronomer by Diamond Art Club and Miles Pinckney. That's ready to go for January 1st for the paint along. And then I have Summer. Yeah, Summer. Wait, is it Summer? Yeah, because I've already done Winter. So I have, that goes to a main street. Let's not do that. So I have Summer by Alphonse Mucha and Diamond Painting Shop all kitted up, ready to go. So I have all those. And then kits that have drills on them, but I haven't touched since the last time we talked. Both of my cross-stitch conversions, Darth Vader by Mandy Manzano and Creatively Stitching, Canvas from Heaven and Earth Designs, and then the drills are from Francesca's Studio Works. I'm leaning more towards throwing that canvas away as we get closer and closer to moving. I'm like, why am I going to move this if I don't really have any intention on working on it? So I think I might throw it away and then order a new canvas and start over. And then whatever drills I'm short on, I'll just have to order them a la carte. I don't know. Every time I say that, it makes me cringe. So yeah, I still don't know what I'm going to do with that one. And then I have Moussenet Labmousse from Ernst Haeckel. And that one is, everything's from Jaded Gem Shop, and then the pattern is from Threadbare. And that one, I almost got that out the other day and set up the iPad and everything, and then I was like, I don't want to. So no progress on that, unfortunately. And then Woman in Gold from Diamond Dots. Gustav Klimt is the artist there. No progress on that one. Still sitting with that. And I think that's it as far as stuff that I didn't touch. And then for updates on stuff that I'm actively working on, so I have my mystery kit from Jaded Gem Shop. That one I got almost another section done on. Not quite, it was getting a little too late in the evening, so I decided to stop, but I'm almost a full section more done with that, and I'm probably gonna work on that tonight for the majority of my diamond painting time. Do you wanna do a little snow sprint? You have to stay on the leash. Let's see if you'll do it. Go. Go, 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 go. He's like, this doesn't work when I'm on leash. Come on, little snow bunny. Come on, my little snow bunny. Let's go back down. Let's not fall, though. Sorry, I was thinking you might. I said, let's not fall. Hold on. Oh, I totally ate it. I'm leaving that in. Luckily, it was soft. So yeah, I'll try to get some more work done on that mystery kit. And then Flower Buns by Yume Art and Diamond Art Club. That is done. I finished that last night. Actually didn't have to stay up very late to finish it, which was good. I got it done pretty quickly. The last couple of sections at the top had a decent amount of color blocking with, I forget which color it is, but it's one of the new Diamond Art Club colors. I think it was like 6012 or something. It's like a light pink. So there was a ton of that. So I got that done, and I got that done in 5 days. I really was cranking on that, and it went faster than I thought it would, obviously. But I also was spending a lot of time working on it because I really did want to see it finished and try to get another finish in by the end of the year. And I just loved working on it. It was so colorful. All the pinks and purples were really great. And then I was using a decent amount of sparklers from DP with Sparklers, and I always love working on those. So every time I work on a kit that I've enhanced, I'm just like, get to another sparkler, get to another special drill. So then I end up just pushing to finish a section so I can use like sparklers and stuff. So I got that all done. I haven't filmed my finish and review yet because I just got that done last night and I had to work today. So as soon as we get back to the house, I've got some other stuff which we'll talk about, but I do want to film that finish either tonight or tomorrow so it can go up this week, either the back half of this week or this weekend, we'll see. But I'd like to film that, get that all done. I think it looks great. I still need to paint the border, which I usually do black borders when I'm painting borders. I've only ever done black, but I think this kit, because it's so pink and light around the edges, that I'm gonna try to pop over to Hobby Lobby maybe tonight, I don't know, tomorrow, and see if I can snag some matte white paint. I'm hoping matte white, like a dense white, will cover all of the legend and branding and all that stuff, and then go over it again once I've kind of whited out all the print. Go over it again with maybe a light pink or a lavender, and then finish with a glitter coat. So I'm gonna try to go paint shopping here in the next couple of days to get that border done. Maybe I'm gonna have to do that tonight because I want to get that filmed. I guess I can film the finish and review and then paint the border any old time, but usually as soon as I'm done with the finish and review, I immediately paint it and it comes with me to work, or I hang it. Like, that's usually my process. I don't like just having it sitting there not 100% done, so we'll see. Apollo, I guess we can walk down to let's cross the street first, and then we'll figure it out. Let's go this way. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, you're cute. Well, you saw me fall today. It's funny it didn't happen while we were skiing, but it happened while we were walking. I kind of had a feeling that might happen. Apparently my shoes don't have as much grip as I would have liked them to. But anyway, so that's all done. Ready to go. 5-day finish for that one. It looks great. The confetti was pretty high in the buns, but I just kind of focused and just single placed my little heart out and got through them. And I think it looks fantastic. It's one of my more favorite, not only favorite renderings, but just favorite finished diamond paintings overall. I think it turned out really, really good. So once that finish and review goes up, you'll have to let me know what you think. So I got that done. And I think another reason why I was really interested in it is I'm trying to compare resin round drills from as many different shops as I can that I have in my stash. And so I've done one from Francesca Studio Works. It's resin round drills, resin rounds. Francesca Studio Works. Then I did some of Bewitched from the Creativity Scroll, which we'll get to. And then, I guess I should have talked about that earlier, because that's another whip that I have drills down, but I didn't work on. But we'll get to it. And then I was noticing, just observing some spacing or gapping with both of those shops. And so I was like, am I crazy? Is it always like this? Like, I feel like it's not always like this. So I was like, let me grab let me grab a Diamond Art Club round resin, just as a good, get me back to my baseline. Like, what is that experience like? Because maybe it is exactly the same and I'm just losing it. And no, the Diamond Art Club resin rounds and the drill field are like very fine-tuned. The drills sit perfectly next to each other, super minimal gapping. Even with me placing the same, doing everything the same, it turned out a lot more clean looking and what I expect. So there definitely is some variation from shop to shop on these resin round drills. And I don't think it's the size of the drills. I really don't think it is. I think it's the printing of the symbols it's just a little too big for the resin rounds. So I'm not sure if certain manufacturers switched from acrylic to resin, so now their canvases are just a little bit wonky, or I'm not sure, or maybe shop owners specifically want it like that because people that, if you're not the best multi-placer, it gives you some more wiggle room. I'm not sure. I don't know. And it could be all of the above. It could be some combination of all that. But regardless, I have a better looking finish with flower buns than I think I did with Fishbowl as far as drills, looking all nice and aligned and no gapping, and more than Bewitched for sure. So I'm not crazy. I proved it to myself. That was another reason why I wanted to push through on that kit. No blinker, no blinker. Yeah, why not? Why not? Forget about it. Don't worry about it. You don't need it. So I finished that last night and I still had plenty of time, and I was like, okay, what's another company in my stash that has resin rounds? And I was like, I have yet to work up a pre-packaged Jaded Gem Shop kit. I've used her rounds on a DIY Moon Shop kit, but not a Jaded Gem Shop canvas and drills like all meant to be together. So I was like, let's see what this looks like. Has Jade fine-tuned her drill field along, to match her drills? Is there still work to be done? It's just another point of comparison. And so I was really struggling on which kit to pick. I have a few round drills from Jade. I have Fall or Autumn by Alphonse Mucha. I had Sultana by Henry Clive. I had Cleo by Henry Clive. And then I also had Borealis by Henry Clive? Do you see that bunny? Do you see that little bun? Where is it? Where is it? It ran away. So yeah, I had those round drills from Jade. Was really struggling on deciding which one to go for, but I have had my eye on Borealis. Like, it constantly comes to mind of this is the next Jaded Gem Shop kit that I want to work on. So I picked Borealis. My only reservation for starting on that kit was the fact that I did not order it with any special drills or ABs. And so I initially intended on really dressing that one up, especially since it's called Borealis. So I was like, how can you work on a kit called Borealis and not use any Aurora Borealis drills? But because of there's 56 colors in it, and because of Jade's rendering style and just how confetti heavy it is and how much colors really blend with each other, and colors will pop up in areas that you might not necessarily think that they would go, it makes it really hard to, not really hard, but it just makes it more of a task to enhance on your own. Because the way that I typically enhance is I will pick a DMC color and just be like, okay, all of those are gonna be sparklers, all of those are gonna be ABs across the board. Because I'm not that fluent to enhance as I go, to think like, oh, okay, just right here I'll do sparklers, but everything else will be regular, or just these few drills. Like I don't know how to hand chart like that. There is so much. Let's go back. There's a ton of construction over here, a bunch of people. Find another way home. So I'm just not proficient like that, and that has so much color transition and stuff that I'd worry that I'd be like, okay, all of this blue is gonna be sparklers, and then there's randomly these blue sparklers like in the middle of some yellow or something. It's harder with kits that are high confetti. I find it a lot easier to enhance DAC kits because they're a little bit more linear and kind of chunky with the colors. So it makes it easier, but with something high confetti, high color blending, I just don't trust myself. So I'm gonna work it up as is, no ABs on the kit called Borealis, but that's okay. I have a friend that's really interested in that kit to purchase from me once it's done. So I think what I might do is do this for her and then buy the kit again, because I want it for myself. I'll probably buy it again and order it with the specials and the ABs that Jade hand charts herself. Because I mean, she knows what she's doing. I don't know. I know, but not that well. So I'm gonna work it up as is. So I kitted that thing up last night, and I got just over, like one color over a section done. Keep in mind it's very confetti heavy, so I'm not multi-placing a ton, but already I can tell that the drills, the round resins just fit a more snugly, not snugly like crowding or popping. Oh my gosh, Apollo, seriously? Gonna make me drag you through the bushes? Not crowding or popping or anything, they just fit. They fit very similar to like how Diamond Art Clubs fit. Like, it's very apparent that the canvas is just the right size and the drill field is just the right size for her drills, for her resin rounds. So she seems to have it figured out. Now, there are some bigger chunks of color blocking, like big sections, because this is like an 80, I think it's 80 by 95 centimeter. So it's a big boy. So it has some bigger sections of color blocking. So I might change my tune once I get to those, because that's where you see the more gapping, is when you're doing a ton of multi-placing, especially on darker colors. So time will tell once I get to those areas. But from what I've used, what I've done right now, it just looks a lot cleaner. No gapping really. It looks like what I would expect. So I think it just depends on shop to shop, and that's okay, you know. Certain people, that's not as big of a concern to them, or, you know, they're not too worried about it. And also, you know, it might prompt certain shops to take a closer look at their rounds and their canvases and how they work up, and maybe do some fine tuning. I ended up writing, good boy. I ended up messaging Bex over at the Creativity Squirrel before I put up my last vlog and just said, hey, I just want to let you know that, you know, I'm experiencing some gapping on this resin round canvas more than I'm used to. Can you sit? Can you sit? Apollo, good boy. Sit that all the way. That was a half sit. Sit down. Sit down. Good boy. Oh my God. You are the cutest, smartest little polar bear. It's true. It's true. You're very cute. We can't play in the middle of the street. Come on. Come on. Let me fix his legs here. Leg. Thank you. Oh, that's the only one I needed. So I just wrote her and I was like, hey, I just want to let you know I'm experiencing this with Bewitched. And I mentioned it on a vlog because I talk about, you know, the kits that I'm working on and things that I'm seeing. Hope you don't take offense. Just me being completely honest, especially since she sent that kit to me free of charge to unbox. I would definitely want to give that courtesy. And I was like, I'm not sure if this is something you are aware of or have looked into, but I just wanted to let you know, I'm not sure what, if anything, can be done, but it's just feedback. And she was so kind and responsive to that, and she just engaged with me, and we talked through it, and she was like, well, let me reach out to my manufacturer, see if we can make some adjustments, fine-tune things, and see if they can send over a sample. She's like, to be honest, I work on squares. Like, that's what I work on, so I'm an expert with squares and how those are supposed to look, but I'm not as fluent in rounds. And I go back and forth. Like, I think I prefer rounds just because they work up quicker. And as long as you get a big enough canvas, if you can pick the canvas size, then you don't lose out on as much detail. And DP with Sparklers are originally in round. They make sparklers for squares, which are still round drills. They're just smaller. But I know my round sparklers a lot more. So I tend to like rounds too, because I can enhance them. But yeah, so we were discussing that. It was just a really excellent conversation. It's exactly what I'd expect from a shop owner that really is invested in creating the best quality product that they can. At no point did I feel like, oh, it must just be me, or like when I was engaging with DIY Moonshop, your computer's broken, it's your monitor, it's your eyes that are wrong, not us. So it was just a very positive experience. So keep up the good work, Bex. That was, the fact that you were very open and willing to have that discussion. You'd be surprised how many shops would have gone on the defensive, especially when you're talking about gapping. The claws come out. So I appreciated the willingness to have that conversation. Not only that, but she messaged me and she was like, if I can get, because who knows, the answer from the manufacturer might be, sorry, that's how we print for all of our customers and all of our clients. So that's what you get. That could be the response, that's fine, but you just have to own that and be okay with that from a customer experience standpoint. So who knows what her manufacturer will say, but she did tell me, let's go this way. Come on, come on. Good boy, good boy. You're such a good little balancer. She did tell me, let's go this way. Come on, we're gonna come down. Good boy. She did say that if she is able to get a sample from her manufacturer, she asked if I would be willing to work on that and see, like, if there is a difference, if it's better. And once again, I think that's amazing. I don't expect every shop to be ordering samples and sending them out to all their customers that bring something up, but I think it's because, you know, I'm doing this, I did the unboxing and I brought it to her attention. She's willing to offer that up, and I was like, absolutely, I would work up a kit, even if it's like partially, just to compare and contrast between the original one I received. And once again, the fact that she's interested in potentially making improvements if there's space for it is just really awesome. So hats off to the creativity squirrel. So for now, I'm gonna hold off on Bewitched. I got the whole bottom row done, and I'm gonna hold off for now, see what I get back from the shop, and then go from there. So that kit's on pause, I forgot to mention that. So yeah, that's kind of everything. Not a ton to update you on, but enough to gab about. But I'm really excited to see how Borealis works up. I'm excited to make some more progress on that mystery kit. I highly doubt I'll be able to get either one of those finished by the end of the year. So I think 17 is going to be my number as far as number of finishes for the year. Last year was 18. I'm surprised I got that close. I really thought I was going to be 5 off or more, because I've just been spending a lot less time diamond painting overall throughout the year, and more time with this little butt, this big old butt, and just doing more social stuff with friends, more outdoorsy things. How many? We've done 2.85. Let's try to make it an even 3 plus. So I didn't think I would get that much done. And also, I haven't necessarily just been doing small diamond paintings. I think that flower buns is one of the smaller finishes I had for the year. I think I had a couple little snack sizes at the beginning of the year. Actually, I'm sure I did. But on the flip side, I also had Winter by Alphonse Mucha, which was huge. Medusa was a big one. City Dreams was like a 60 by 100. So not a bunch of small kits. I got some big boys done. So I'm feeling pretty good. I think I'm becoming more proficient at diamond painting, or I'm able to diamond paint faster and just make better use of the time. And I think also quality plays a big role in that too. I've kind of, I've been working on some high quality canvases, which is awesome. Last year I was dealing with, what was that dang kit? The Red Gate of Hongo in Snow from Unique Lures Down Under. I spent a lot of time on that kit before I gave it up. So just stuff like that. And I did have a miss this year with DIY Moonshot, but I don't think I invested as much time as I did on that other one. So it wasn't a total waste. Come on, buddy. So yeah, I'm happy with that number. If I was able to hit 18 again, that'd be great, but I don't think so. Because now my active whips are 2 Jaded Gem Shop kits that are super high confetti, 50 plus colors. Both are very big. So I just don't know. I'll try, but I'm not gonna kill myself over it. We'll see. I do have the entire week after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's off. So I'm like, how much could I get done if I just hunker down and, and just work. But I also don't want to burn out. I feel like I'm not flirting with burnout or like on the verge of burnout. I'm still very engaged on the kits that I'm working on, but just with the 2 that I currently have in hand, I could see myself pushing really hard on a high confetti piece and be like, that's it. And then my other option would be, okay, switch over to this other super high confetti piece. So we'll see. I'm not gonna strain myself. And I also don't want to get burnt out in the sense that I want to give up on both those kits and crack open another one. I don't want to do it. So I'm gonna stick with these 2. I'm gonna do that diamond painting pen tip comparison with these 2 kits now that I have 1 round and 1 square, and try to get to some areas that have a little bit of a mix of confetti and color blocking and see what that looks like. Come here. Come on. Oh, he's very cute. He's such a cute boy. Let's turn around. I'm just about done. We're just about done. Let's head back to the house. Good boy. Oh, I just love you. I love you. What is it? Let's go. So yeah, that's everything. That's kind of where I'm at. I've been keeping an eye on the Diamond Art Club releases since Black Friday and Cyber Monday, but nothing of interest for me. I haven't seen any Ivy Dollamore, which continues to make me sad. But I'm really hoping that license. Oh, I am so sorry. I'm hoping that licensing is still active and they're still working together, because I'd really like to see something Diamond Art Club. If anyone from Diamond Art Club is watching, might want to snag an Ivy Dollamore kit or an Ivy Dollamore image to put into production, because I'm jonesing for a new one. I'd really like it. But other than that, just moving and grooving, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna get home. I have leftovers for dinner from HelloFresh, and get this boy fed, and yeah, probably finish the section that I have in progress on my round drill on Borealis, put that away, potentially go to the craft shop. I don't know if that's going to happen tonight. I might wait till some other time, maybe this weekend. Can you sit? Apollo. Hey, focus. Good boy, thank you. Okay, we can go now. Film my finish and review so that can go up, and then probably swap over to the mystery kit and work on that while this is uploading and I'm editing. I'll usually just put my headphones on and run through all the files and listen and adjust volume and clip stuff out and upload that while I'm working on a kit. So I'm trying to like multitask, and then probably make it an early night. Tomorrow is supposed to be a work from home day, but we have a bunch of in-person interviews and I have a training tomorrow, so I have to be in office, and it all starts at 6. So I've got to be up around 5 to get him a quick walk, feed him, get ready. So I've got an early morning tomorrow. But anyway, so thanks for coming along. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Otherwise, happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye, 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 bye. Bye.